Hi everyone, Alex here. Continuing with our Ninja Carrier series. This is going to be part 5. In part 5, we're going to define some parameters. I'm going to use those parameters to create connectors. The connectors I'm going to create are going to be the waste inlet, which is this one here, the waste outlet, which is this one here. We're going to create the toilet inlet, which is this one here, and the vent inlet, which is this one here. Then we're going to create some materials, or we're going to transfer some materials so we can apply it to our carrier, and then we're going to run a little test. See you in Revit. Before we define our connectors, let's define a couple of parameters. So we come here to parameters, new parameter, waste inlet outlet. It's an instance parameter. We're going to pick it from the piping discipline, and it's going to be pipe size. We're going to group this under plumbing so we find it quickly. Let's click OK. And that waste inlet outlet, by default, let's make it 4 inches. Let's create another parameter. And this is going to be toilet inlet. It's going to be an instance, also from piping, also pipe size, and also under plumbing. Click OK. I'm going to make that one 3 inches. New parameter. It's going to be vent diameter. It's going to be an instance. Discipline is going to be piping. Type is going to be pipe size. We can group under plumbing again. Click OK. I'm going to give that diameter 2 inches. And then to be consistent with the naming, we should add the word diameter to each one of these guys. So toilet inlet, diameter, and then waste inlet and outlet, diameter. Click OK. And let's say you don't have time to create the Ninja Carrier, or you don't feel confident enough to do it on your own, then I have good news for you. If you just want to get it, I ended up creating a single carrier with a horizontal discharge, a single carrier with horizontal discharge and auxiliary inlet, a back-to-back with horizontal discharge, a single with vertical discharge, and a back-to-back with vertical discharge. And what I did is I made the Carrier Ninja package available for you to download by scanning the QR code that you see on screen right now. Let's create our first pipe connector. Let's do the waste inlet. Create pipe connector. Click on this face. Click on the connector. Change the diameter to our waste inlet outlet. System classification, also fitting. And finally, the outlet. So we go create pipe connector. Click on the outlet. Click on the connector. Diameter, we want to associate it to the waste inlet outlet. And then for system classification, it's going to be fitting. Pipe connector. For that, we're going to use the face. We're going to click right here. We're going to click on our connector. Fix our diameter associated to toilet inlet. Click OK. We want to make this system classification sanitary. We want to make the flow configuration fixture unit. And then the flow direction is in. And then for the loss method, you can just say something like specific loss. And we want to make this system classification a fitting. And finally, our vent. So we go create pipe connector. Click on the face. We haven't defined that parameter, so let's go ahead and define it now. New parameter. It's going to be vent diameter. It's going to be an instance. Discipline is going to be piping. Type is going to be pipe size. We can group under plumbing again. Click OK. I'm going to give that diameter 2 inches. And then to be consistent with the naming, we should add the word diameter to each one of these guys. So toilet inlet, diameter, and then waste inlet and outlet, diameter. Click OK. Now we click here. We want to associate that with our vent diameter. And we want to make our system classification also fitting. And the reason I create this vent connector is so that I can align our vent. Even if I'm not calculating vent, or if I end up capping the carrier, which I sometimes do for ease of calculation, I do want to have the connector so that I can properly align to it. Now, before I start joining any of this, I'm going to test my carrier first, and then I'll come back and probably join these solids a little bit. And now to finish this up, the most important thing. What's this? This is going to be a pipe fitting. So pipe fitting. You could define it as a multi-port, right? But I'd rather have it as a T, you know, one in, one out, and one branch, and I ignore my vent. So I'm gonna have this as a T. And I'm gonna click OK. Let's go ahead and save our family. So save. Now let's close. Actually, before we close this guy, I'm gonna go ahead and edit that family. I'm gonna close that project. I'm gonna grab like maybe this feet here, right? I'm gonna copy it to my clipboard. I'm gonna go to my family reference level, and I'm gonna paste a line to current view. And then this is the equivalent to this. So I don't care about this. I'm just gonna delete this, okay? But what I want you to see is that now I have this material, the iron from Zern, right? So I'm gonna set it to none, and I have it. I have it here. The interesting thing is that now I can go to my 3D view and then grab my stuff, and I can go to material, and I can click the foot material. And now it's all blue. I just did it to bring the material in, and I'm gonna do the same thing with this. And with this. And with this. With the plate. And with the toilet connector. Isn't that beautiful? So let's go ahead and load into a project so we can test it out. So now I'm gonna load into my project. And I'm just gonna drop it here. And the behavior I'm looking for is something like this. I'm gonna hit PI to create a pipe. I'm gonna keep a 4-inch diameter at a middle elevation of 1 foot. I'm gonna make sure that my pipe type is set up to AJS waste generic, and my system type is set up to sanitary drain. I'm gonna draw a pipe going down like this, and then a pipe going north like that. Now what I'm looking for is something like this. If I click on my toilet carrier and I do CS to create similar, if I'm dropping this in, I want this behavior. See, that's the beauty of it. It's gonna break into my pipe, just like if it was a pipe accessory, like a valve, right? See the idea? So you either take your pipe up or pipe down, and then if you're going down, you're going with the flow. If you're going up, you're going with the flow. So you don't even need to rotate or mirror or do anything to this. And then the beauty of it is that if you have a toilet, let's say this one, right? And then you have that toilet, let's say here, right? And you have a sanitary drain coming out at an elevation of, let's say, 2 feet, right? So I change this to 2 feet. You can simply draw a pipe at 2 feet, and then the carrier will be at 2 feet. So you can actually change the elevation of this pipe to 2 feet, and the carrier will change with it. So this pipe that's coming out of here is at 2 feet. So you can simply align pipe to pipe, and you could do trim to heal the gap, and that's it. You know, I'm gonna run a full test a little bit later, but I want to change a few things in the carrier. Notice that if I cap this open end here, my toilet is running 4 fixture units, and if I cap the open end that I have for the vent connector, my carrier is also reading 4 fixture units. So that's the real power of it.